so I got some new makeup yesterday and I'm gonna do a get ready with me, mostly, no, not even a get ready, call it what you want, but it's gonna be mostly focusing on my eyes. Okay, so I got some new makeup yesterday and I'm gonna do a get ready with me, mostly, no, not even a get ready, call it what you want, but it's gonna be mostly focusing on my eyes, how I contour and highlight, because I've been asked multiple times and I've never done it. So I finally decided what better time than to do it when I get new makeup. So I've never played in this makeup. I've never used these colors. So it's gonna be like a experiment together.
And I learned over the years, you don't want to pull on your eyelids. Like you don't want to pull on them down. You don't want to pull on them up, just because it can like speed up aging. None of us want that. Okay, idea, but I love it. I do it all the time. I just cut 2 pieces of like medical tape and I put it like this. Okay, and you're like, why are you doing that? That's weird. In fact, my mom came over the other day, dropped something off, and she was like, what are you doing? And I think she actually thought like that I was wearing this for some reason, because she thinks I'm already kind of weird. I mean, she loves me and I love my mom, but sometimes I don't think anything I do surprises her. So I was like, Mom, it's for my makeup. I'm getting ready, whatever. So anyway, so what this does is when you put on your eyeshadow, you know, I usually tap off my powder a little bit, but it doesn't matter if you tap it off. And obviously the better brands of makeup that you use, you're going to have less like powder falling and such, but it will prevent it from like little powders like falling down onto your, you know, cheekbone and underneath your eyes, where then when you try to wipe it off, you're like, oh crap, and now I look like I have a black eye or whatever. So, and it also not only does that, but then it gives it that nice little like cat look stream. You'll see it when we're done. So, okay. So I'm using this Into the Elements Cybella palette. Just got it yesterday. Haven't even tried it, but these are the colors. Okay. So they're like very jewel toned, and it's, well, I mean, I'm going to church tonight. It's for Monday, Thursday, so it's not like it's a wild night or anything, but usually I save for like darker colors and more of the like deeper jewel tone. And then you're professing, yes, I believe this. Okay, anyway, so my mom was like, you cannot wear any makeup until your confirmation day. And I was like, oh, right. And so I would sneak it to school. Isn't that naughty? I did. It wasn't, I shouldn't have done that, but I loved it. I just loved doing makeup. Okay, but I will say I was not good at it when I started. I would wear, so I'm 43. This would have been like very early 90s, 90, 91 when I was in 7th grade, or 91, 92, something like that. And I came to school one day with blue eyeshadow, blue eyeliner, blue mascara. Yeah, oh yeah, bad. And even my teacher, who was a male, who had like zero clue about makeup, he was like, you need to go to the bathroom and take that off. So that was me getting in trouble for not listening to my mother. Okay, so I actually put that air shade on my lid too. Okay, so now that's all with that one color. Okay, what should I do next? You know what? I think I'm gonna do, I really want to try these watercolors. So I'm gonna do this like water 2 right here. It's gonna be really blue, but it's gonna be fun. And see, the worst thing that you can do with makeup is put it on and go, I'm never gonna do that one again. I don't really like that. But once you kind of have the gist of what you're doing down, it's kind of hard to, I mean, you kind of get into a pattern of what you're doing. So you find colors that you really like, and you find colors that you're like, nope, that did not look good to me. So yeah, it's pretty bright. But what I'm doing with this one is I'm just putting this on the lid. And so I will tap it into my color and I just kind of pat it on, all right? Because as gravity has been taking more and more effect on my skin, I'm really, really more self-conscious, or not conscious, what is the word? I'm just being more self-aware of not pulling on my skin. A little bit about me, I had 0 skin issues ever in my life until I got to be like 21. And then when I got to be 21, oh my goodness, I got it just started. It was so weird how it started too, which now we really do attribute to the Lyme, but, or at least partially, but, and all the other viruses I had just messing up my body. But what am I saying? Oh yeah, so I had zero acne issues until I was 21. So like in high school, I had the skin that everyone was like, oh, it's so unfair, skin so, and I took it for granted. I didn't care. Like I didn't even wash my face at night. I had this like doll skin. And then when the acne came, and came with a vengeance, and it was a struggle for a couple decades until about, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, when I finally saw this esthetician that really helped me figure things out. I deal with the occasional breakouts. I mean, you can see I got like a little thing here. That's not really even a zit. It's more like just a bump on the skin. But I have a lot of scars, and it bugs me. But then I'm also like, you know what? This is my earthly body. I get a perfect body in heaven. So, it doesn't really bother me that much anymore. If I was younger, it probably would. But sometimes it does. But anyway, my whole point is to say, take care of your skin. Seriously. Do the precautions for, like, get the sun, do all the things. I'm not like a big wear the chemical sunscreen person, but I am like, just be like, get your sun, but be smart. Even like a barrier protection. If you're going to be out for long periods of time in like the really hot sun, and wash your face at night and use your stuff and just be nice to your skin. Collagen's good for your skin. Alcohol is not good for your skin. Alcohol actually like strips collagen from your body. So I'm not gonna stop drinking wine or anything, but you know, you do need to limit it. Okay, so I put that on now. Okay, so now I'm gonna use, it's probably not, oh yeah, it is here. Okay, I'm gonna use this next watercolor, which is like a really deep blue. And I'm gonna put that in the crease area. So I use like a slanted, angled shader, it's called. And that's because I just read it on the actual brush, I couldn't remember. But how I do it, there's different ways you can do it. Again, they always say, oh, going out, you're pulling. So I start at the corner, and you just find that little natural crease. Now, yes, some people have way smaller eyelids, way less space to be putting their makeup on. But I mean, you can obviously, when you're like this, your fold is wet fold. So I come from the outside and I just go right in that crease area. And I use that angled shader, and I did not put very much on this brush. So this eyeshadow really does go, it's gonna go far, hoofda. So again, I tapped it in, and then that's how I tap my excess powder off a little bit. Spray it off, wipe it off, but I tapped enough off, so I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna go down to this fire, and I'm gonna use this middle color right here. And it's got a little bit of a shimmer to it. The other ones are pretty matte. And again, just tap it in. Remember that movie? Just tap it in. Okay. Jiggle it off. Tap it off. Now I'm gonna go just above that dark blue and just kind of highlight above the crease with that color. Isn't that pretty? It's like a sunset. It's like a sunset out my back window. Okay, same thing other side. Tap, tap, tap. So there's that. Then I'm gonna go in with well, this is actually a blending brush. See, sometimes I just use the brushes how I wanna use them. I have a different brush that I use for blending usually. So I'm going to go in, I think I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with this darker blue again. I'm going for it, okay? And then this is how, so get in there, tap it, tap it, tap it. The corner right here, I just kind of dab it in right there. And having this tape here helps so much. Same thing on the other side. I really have quite a bit on that brush, so, and just, you can kind of like dab it, circle it, around, you know, just kind of like pushing. It just kind of adds more dimension to the outsides. Again, don't forget, I am going to blend this. Okay, now I am going to do underneath here with another eyeshadow brush. I'm going to use a really small one here. It's a Precise shader, and I'm going to use, I'm just, you know what, I'm going to take that color and that color and that and the fire, just kind of mix it together and tap it. And I'm going to go underneath my eye and just kind of like, ooh, that's really orange. Okay. Kind of like in the eyeliner, where if I would be using eyeliner, but I'm using shadow, I'm starting about here. So I don't go all the way in. I'm starting about here. So like right to the inside of my pupil. No, that's not my pupil. What is the colored part? The iris? Whatever. Okay, so inside, and then just like that. And you always want to get a little bit more and a little bit darker on the outside. Okay. Right. Thing over here. Again, this tape is going to be really helping to keep it from getting all over. More on the outside. And again, when we take the tape off, we can add some more. But okay, here's the fun part. Watch. Ta-da! Isn't that fun? That's how I do it. That's how I get that straight line. I don't know how other people do it. I'm sure there's other ways. I'm just going to use this for a blending brush. It's a crease brush, but it works. So I just kind of just lightly, even where there is that little line, I mean, I don't like to look like I'm just going to space or anything. So I like to, you know, just blend it in a little bit. Yeah, so then I'm going to go back and grab that Precise one again. I'm going to add under that earth, there's this little, that brown color, kind of like a chocolatey color. I'm going to just kind of add that in there because I feel like it's a little too orange underneath for me. My eyes right now. Now, I am going to put lashes on, the individual lash clusters. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because that's going to take forever. Well, actually, it doesn't really take forever, but I'm just going to show you the gist of how I do those. It really doesn't. Okay, I'm not trying to. It really doesn't take that long, and it's so worth it considering how much it costs to get eyelash extensions. And I feel like the ones that you like glue on the top just feel too like caterpillar-y, butterfly to me. So I really like the clusters, but I will put an eyeliner on my top line when those are on. But before I go to that, I'm going to put on, I would normally put on like a blue, yeah, I think it is a Laura Geller. Did I say Mercer before? I think I did. It's Laura Geller Kajal Longwear Eyeliner. I love it. This one's is Deep Ocean Kohl, K-O-H-L. And I'm going to put that on the inner lid, or inner part of my lower lid. So on the, you know what I'm saying? The inside. And what I like about this eyeliner is it goes on so smooth because I don't like using the liquid ones for the inside of the eye. And unless it's a really smooth eyeliner that goes on really smooth, I don't like putting it on the inner because it kind of hurts. So this one, I like am barely touching it. I love it. And it stays on pretty well. And so a little tip here too is when you do that, just kind of like give it a little chance, couple seconds to just dry before it kind of goes back up. Because obviously it's going to be hitting the moisture of your eye. And that's why usually, you know, as the night goes on, wears off more, but that will help it set just a little bit, or at least I find it helps it set a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go make sure my food isn't burning, and then I'm gonna show you how I contour. No, I'm gonna do the lashes first, then I'll show you how I contour, and we just started. Okay, so I use this stuff, Calalias or whatever, lash glue, and it literally goes on like mascara. Okay, so I have it on right now. It gets super sticky, so some people will like tape their eye up. I don't have time for that. I'm kind of already running behind, so I'm not gonna do that. And I'm just gonna kind of show you how I start doing it, and then I'll show you the finished product. So I put this on like 2 minutes ago. You wanna let it get a little bit tacky. I have these lash extensions I just got from Amazon. I know Amazon, I kind of shop at Amazon, but I did for these. And so they're called Roots, and they come in millimeters. So obviously the longer the millimeter, the longer the lash, and then there's thicker ones and a little bit more thinner natural ones. So I'm kind of gonna be using probably the more thinner, more natural ones, mostly because I'm running out of these, and that's really all I have left. So I'm gonna use, this one's 11 millimeter. And the kit came with this tweezer that's hooked. That really, really helps. So, yeah, you can go now. He's done at 6. And then just come back. Okay, so like when I say this stuff is really tacky, it's really tacky. So keep it separated. That is how this little lash looks. And so the curved part goes up. You're gonna start on the outside edge of your eye with your outside lashes. Make sure, again, they like to stick to the bottom. And you're gonna go just under, and you're gonna put it underneath the lashes, not over, under, right before the skin. So not on the skin, but like right before it, as close to the skin as you can get. Right at the corner, and you just kind of let it lie there and then let it go. And then I just kind of adjust it a little bit, and voila, you can't, these ones are really, really thin. You can't see them as well as the thicker ones, and you just keep going. So I do one eye at a time, obviously. And I'm trying to help you see. So again, I'm just gonna go to the next like section in, voila, and just kind of tap a little bit, make sure it stays on there. I'm really actually running out of a lot of these, so I'm gonna go to the 10 millimeter. And so I'm just gonna keep going in order like that, gradually getting smaller as you get to the inside corner, obviously, because those lashes are shorter. So, I mean, you can use as thick of ones and as full as ones if you want. Again, if you're going out at night and you want something really thick, you can use the really thicker ones, or you can use the more natural looking ones. So I'm gonna finish these, and I'll come show you what that looks like when they're done. Okay, so you can see I got the lashes on, the top lashes. I don't do the bottom lashes. I will just do mascara for that. But when those are on, they, like, you can even see how, like, they are so tacky. So if you do have a way to keep your eyes like, it is so windy here today. You hear that wind? It feels so good. I have the window open. Mr. Bean, when he's in church and he can't stay awake and he puts like toothpicks in his, like, so something that you can keep them, because they do take a while to dry. So I just really try to walk around like this for a while. But when you're done with that, you're gonna need a good like lash sealant. And so what I've been using is this Bayalian. I'm not even sure how you say it, but what I like about this one is that it's actually, it's like a really, it's like liquid, but it comes in a lash brush. So you can just like, there's no color to it. It's clear. It literally kind of looks like water. But it helps seal your lashes on. It also helps like kind of as a coating onto them. So the lashes just stay prettier and they don't like collect lint and makeup and eyeshadow and things. So you want to make sure you get that sealant, but there's other sealants out there. There's ones that are not in a the form of a brush like this. And in fact, I was looking for this one on Amazon for a friend, and I think I saw that it was like discontinued or I couldn't find it. So I hope that's not the case. I hope they were just out of it, because I really like this one. So yeah, so I would usually give it a little bit more time to dry and just kind of these lashes to set. But I'm running late for church. Well, I'm not running late yet, but I'm gonna be late here. So I need to kind of book it. So anyway, that's that. Okay. Now I said I would do some contouring, so I'm gonna try to do that quick. Okay, so contouring for me is usually the same all the time. I have a little contour set from Sephora, actually. And this is what my bronzer, like the bronzing contouring part, that's what I use for this. And I'm using my Laura Geller Baked Body Frosting Face and Body Glow, Hawaiian Glow. I really like it. It looks like this. All right, so I just get my brush on it. And I start like underneath my cheekbone, right kind of at the base of, like, you know, you can kind of feel like the apple of your cheekbone right there. And I just swipe up like that. Now I will blend that, so don't think that's just gonna stay like that, but I do that on both sides. Okay, and this stuff goes pretty far. So I do that, and then I kind of come down and around up here by the hairline. Just kind of add as you need. But again, see that, like, so I will blend that in, but oh geez, don't worry, I seriously will blend that in. So that, and then I come on my jawline right here, very lightly, both sides. And then a little trick to make the neck look thinner, kind of like where your glands are. Start here and just swipe down. Nothing here, and then just swipe just a little bit. And then I do just a little bit on the outsides of the bridge of my nose. Okay, so I will blend that in. Okay, now it's time to highlight. I love highlighting. So for my highlighting on my face, I use brush that looks like this. It's kind of like flatter. And I have this Anastasia palette, Moon Child. I really like it. So those are the colors. They're all like a highlighting color, but because, ew, there goes my camera, sorry. Because I have the blue eyes, I'm gonna go more for the blue moon right here. It looks kind of purple, but anyway, right above the bronzer is where I do that on each side of my cheek. All right, and then dab around the nose, dab in the center, and right here. Granted, I'm a huge sweater, so it's not like I need any kind of extra glow here, here, or here, but I do it anyway. All right, and then I always add highlighter to the insides of my eyes. Just kind of makes your eyes look brighter, wider, bigger, and I'm just gonna go for the blue ice. It's like it's the lightest color in there, and I just gently dab her in there. Ta-da! Okay, so then after that, I just take like a big blending kind of brush and just make sure I get all that contour in, so I don't have those like streaks or stripes. And then I go for the blush, and the blush I've been using right now again is Anastasia, believe it or not. And there's these 3 different colors. I just kind of mix them. If it was like if it was the day, spring, summer, I kind of would stick more towards that. This is more actually closer to like a bronzer contouring, but I just mix it all. And I'm a apple of the cheek girl. I know some people go up with their contour, not me. That's what I do. So, okay. So then the last thing that I just wanted to show you what I would do normally. And when I say normally, I don't really ever do anything with my makeup normally, but I overall, oh, I do want to throw on a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes. Just a little, ooh, I think, okay, oops. I think didn't get a lash on there good enough. By the way, these clusters of lashes, they say, like, for some people, they'll last up to 2 to 3 weeks. They do not last 2 to 3 weeks on me. Maybe they do on some people. They do not on me. So I'm just going to be real and upfront with you, but it's still worth it for me, even if they last a couple days. Point being is, like, I obviously sleep on the right side of my face because usually these lashes will be like smashed up into my eye in the morning, but I can usually just pull them down, and you can like get a clean mascara eyelash brush and just kind of go through them in the day, but they don't last that long on me. But nothing ever lasts as long on me as they say they should. Like, nothing ever does. So I think that's just me. Anyway, this is just a it's Maybelline Master Graphic. Like it because it is a liquid, but it's like has this angle to it that really helps. So again, I'm gonna come right to the top corner, and then I try to stay as close to my lashes as I can. Sometimes I nail it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it does not look good, and I try to kind of follow the line of that eyeshadow. Also, don't do it in the car. I still do it in the car all the time, but that's usually when it looks the worst. So, all right, other eye. When I get to the outside, I usually come from the outside back in. It just, I don't know, works better for me. Okay. And that's, oops. Okay, so that's what I do, friends. I would go into lips, but I don't have any time to go into lips right now. So what I'm gonna do is just put a really simple lip color on, because I'm heading to church. I do a lot of lip gloss because I just don't like to always constantly have to reapply lipstick. But I do have a Say Bella lip gloss that has like a lip plumper in it. It like adds this tingling effect, so it kind of makes, because again, as you get older, you notice that those things things that you don't want to get plumper, and things that you want to be plump, go unplumper. And that's not a word, unplumper, but it's pretty much describes it. So, okay, this is Warrior Princess. This is the sound of the warrior. I like Jen Ledger. She's in Skillet. She's the drummer. She sings a song, Warrior. That made me think of it. Warrior Princess. So, all right, I would, if I had time, oh geez, if I had time, I would do a lip liner, but I don't have time. So that's it. That's pretty much what I do. This is bright. This is blue, but I think it's fun. I think it's fun for nighttime. Blue is my favorite color. I have green eyes, so I can do blue. I can do greens, purples. I can do a lot of different colors. Not gonna do my hair today, but at least this kind of gives you an idea of people who are asking how I do my eye makeup. Switching up the colors, but that's kind of how I generally do my makeup. So hope it helped. Okay, gotta run.